Hello, I am Disbrew, and today I bring you proof that life is stranger than fiction, as I expose a money laundering scandal of a load of Turkish Valorant professional players. This is a bit of a weird ride. Do you remember the Twitch hack? Yeah, this exposed a load of streamers' income in their millions, at least in the top of Twitch, because beneath that there was thousands of other streamers that were just too small that none of the press really paid attention to, although they did in Turkey, because there were some people who made a strange amount of income for the amount of actual viewers that they had, and that is how we actually exposed a Turkish Valorant money laundering scandal. This is a story you think would only be in books, and apparently it was going on right under the nose of Twitch, and I'm not really sure how. You see, as it says here, the Twitch leak exposed several streamers' revenue, but many noticed smaller Turkish streamers were making a suspicious amount of money, specifically from Twitch's bit donations. And then it came to light that they were certainly involved in a business deal, which came from donated stolen credit cards that went through Twitch accounts, and in return they would be required to send back 50 to 70% of their revenue from them. Now, I don't care what your position on any of this is. If someone comes to you and says, I'm going to give you some money, and then you give me 50 to 70% of it back, immediately you knows that smells iffy. You know there's something wrong. I don't care how naive you are. I don't care what your knowledge of the world is. I don't care whether you're on Twitch or in a business. If anything like that comes up, you know it's dodgy. And the only reason you may not ask further questions is because you know it's dodgy. Anything past this point is probably unacceptable. And anything anyone says past this point probably should be very cautiously put forwards. You see, it first came out on a Turkish forum, but also on the English side of Twitter, it came out that Riot was looking to punish several top-tier Turkish professional players for being involved in a Twitch scandal. The approximate amount of people they are looking at is 300 members of the Turkish Valorant scene. Not an insane amount of people, but I guess if you're going to try and get through some kind of credit card scam, you're going to need a lot of people to filter it through. The amazing thing here is that Twitch never noticed. This actually took normal members of the community to look at these figures and go, that doesn't make sense. And while I can understand that, yes, as a streamer, people are going to donate money to you, and it's not your job to actually look about where that money comes from. You assume that that's handled by the credit processor. This wasn't just that, because this is where they would reportedly have to send the money back, and it is that which really makes it all suspicious, and that which goes from, I don't know where the money comes from, to someone offered me a very suspicious deal, and I probably should have known better. Now, the article does show several names, but I'm not going to show them in this video because innocent until proven guilty, and I don't want to run anyone's name through the mud who doesn't deserve it. But one guy has admitted it, and that person is Farewell. Yes, he comes out, and as obviously you can see this, it's all in Turkish, but the article gives a translation, and you can also just run it through Google Translate, and you can see that yourself. He says 8 to 9 months ago, someone came forward with an offer, and they told him to watch a lot of commercials, and he just saw it as income for 2 to 3 months. But when he learned the truth, he stopped it straight away, and he hasn't been doing it for 6 months. Do you think I would have started this business if I knew there was going on such a thing? The thing is, as I've said earlier, do you know anyone that would be offered a load of money to go through their account, and then they return 50 to 70%, and they just think that's a normal transaction? I don't know. Look, you can try and give people the benefit of the doubt, but anybody should see that that's a suspicious transaction, and it really, honestly, from a personal perspective, I'm not sure it washes with me. But Farewell isn't the only person, because also says Lego from BBL Esports has also released a tweet longer, where he says that a friend got him involved with a very good job, weird name for a job, but was unaware of what was truly going on. There are hundreds of people like me, at least 300 according to what we've heard about Riot, who have no knowledge about stolen credit card issues, who know nothing about such things, and who go on with the advice of friends in this way. Which is weird to me, because I have to ask, where do you think the money is coming from? If someone's saying, we're going to donate to you via Twitch, which takes about 30% even at the good end of the scale, and then you're going to give us back 50 to 70%, call it 70, just to give them the most money, that's another 30%. That's a massive chunk of money for them to give you, just for you to give them back far, far less, and you think that's a legitimate transaction. I don't know, it just stretches a bit of incredulity to me. I think most people would immediately look at that and go, that's fishy. Even if their friend brought you something, I'd be like, You seem like a really dodgy friend. Now, the strangest thing for me about all of this is that it says that Riot will be the ones which are taking action. I mean, this happened on Twitch. This is on Twitch's platform. Twitch was presumably the credit card processor involved with all of this. You'd think they'd be the first ones to act. But no, apparently it's the game that they're getting involved with. So good guy Riot, I guess. Especially when people have come forward and just admitted they were doing it. Obviously, I don't want any innocent person caught up in this. But when people have come forward and admitted what they were doing, I'm not really sure what leniency you're asking for. Of all the things that came forward out of the Twitter hack, I never expected a mass money laundering operation to be the one that came forward to the forefront. Lots of streamers were like, oh, this is a big deal because maybe my viewers will give me less money. I thought that was the biggest story. That's what I made videos on at the time. I don't think anyone could see this coming. This is weird. This was just going on straight under Twitch's nose, and Twitch had absolutely no idea. I think it really shows what can happen through just the power of sheer numbers of people looking at data. The amount of data that came out, the thousands of streamers and all of the different records, and somebody spotted a money laundering operation just hiding among the figures. I think this is incredible, and it's an incredible story, one that I don't think anyone could possibly have predicted. But I love it. I don't love that this was going on, but the fact that it was, and the fact that some people on a Turkish forum spotted it, outed it, and came forward with so much proof that the people involved publicly admitted it, I think that's awesome. And that is what makes me love the world. I've seen many stories of where different forums have got together to accomplish things that no one would ever have done, just from the power of the internet and people getting together to spot these weird flukes of numbers that singly no one would have been bothered to go through. But you can release anything on the internet and there's always going to be someone that goes through it with a fine-tooth comb and they will dissect everything until they find the hidden truth. I think that's awesome, I think that's incredible, and I think that is by far the best bit of the story for me. But for now, that's it from me. If you like the video, press like and subscribe. More videos in the future, and let me know what you think of Twitch and this professional Valorant money laundering scandal down below. I never thought this had happened, and I certainly didn't think I'd be talking about it. I love this stuff, but for now, that's it from me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.